are they stronger this year than they were under Klopp?
I'm not going to answer that question. I have much respect for Jurgen and Aaron. I know you want to go, but I will not play that game.
Gakpo, now Salah. Martinez, the defender. Salah turns and twists. Gakpo!
And Anfield, the victory. I mean, you've been there, you know what it's like, bloody hell. It's marvellous atmosphere.
To win?
But yeah, but you had to...
Liverpool's 2026 squad isn't just good, it's absolutely terrifying for every other team in world football, and I'm not being dramatic here. We're talking about a team that's averaging 1.79 goals per game in the Premier League, has the best defensive record in Europe's top 5 leagues, and has just broken Manchester City's points record from their Centurion season. But here's the thing that should genuinely worry every other club. This isn't even their final form. In the next 12 minutes, I'm going to show you exactly why Liverpool's current squad is operating on a completely different level to anything we've seen in modern football. From the attacking numbers that make Pep Guardiola lose sleep, to the defensive statistics that have Real Madrid's scouts working overtime, to the one player who's emerged as the most valuable asset in world football, and it's not who you think. If you want to understand why football analysts are calling this the greatest Premier League squad ever assembled, smash that subscribe button because this breakdown is going to change how you see Liverpool forever. Let's dive in. But to understand just how abnormal this Liverpool squad has become, we need to go back to where this incredible journey began. The uncertainty of 2024.
I have to. I will leave the club at the end of the season.
2 years ago, Liverpool was a club in transition. Jurgen Klopp had just walked away from Anfield after 9 incredible years, leaving behind a legacy that seemed impossible to match. The doubters were everywhere, and honestly, they had good reason to be sceptical. Arne Slot inherited a squad that had finished third in Klopp's final season, 24 points behind Manchester City. Key players were ageing, the midfield needed a complete overhaul, and there were genuine questions about whether Liverpool's high-intensity style was sustainable without the Germans' charismatic leadership. The early signs weren't promising either. Liverpool's pre-season was underwhelming. They lost their opening Champions League qualifier to a team nobody had heard of, and the media was already writing obituaries for the post-Klopp era before it had properly begun. But then, something extraordinary happened. The turning point came in November 2024, a 2-1 defeat of Brighton at Anfield that announced Liverpool's arrival under Slot in the most emphatic way possible. It wasn't just the result, it was how they did it. The pressing was more intelligent, the passing more patient, the movement more unpredictable.
Towards Nunez, oh it's in! It's gone all the way through and Liverpool have got themselves a goal!
What Slot had done was take everything that made Klopp's Liverpool great and evolve it. The famous gegenpressing was still there, but now it was calculated rather than chaotic. The attacking intensity remained, but with a tactical sophistication that even Pep Guardiola publicly praised. Individual players began transforming before our eyes. Darwin Núñez went from an £85 million question mark to the most clinical finisher in Europe. Curtis Jones evolved from a promising academy graduate to England's new midfield maestro. Even established stars like Mohamed Salah found new dimensions to their game. By Christmas 2024, Liverpool sat top of the Premier League, unbeaten in Europe and playing a brand of football that had the entire world taking notice. The transformation wasn't just complete, it was spectacular. The numbers tell the story perfectly. From 68 points in Klopp's final season to 97 points in Slot's first. From averaging 2.1 goals per game to 3.2. From conceding 41 goals to just 16. This wasn't just improvement, this was evolution. And nowhere is this evolution more obvious than when you look at what this Liverpool team does to opposing defences. Let me put this into perspective for you. Liverpool scored 86 goals in the Premier League this season. That's not just good, that's absolutely terrifying for every goalkeeper in the league. To understand how ridiculous that number is, consider this. They scored 14 more goals than the second highest scoring team in the division. When you're outscoring Manchester City by double digits, you know you're operating on a different level entirely. But it's not just the quantity, it's the variety and unpredictability that makes this attack so dangerous. Under Slot's system, Liverpool don't just rely on individual brilliance anymore. They become a goal-scoring machine with multiple different weapons. They can hurt you with lightning counter-attacks, patient build-up play, devastating set pieces, or those trademark late goals that crush opponents' spirits.
The Irishman from Burnley's got a knee problem at the moment, which rules him out of the game. That's a lovely ball. Now then, this is Nunez. Jota waits in the middle, 1-0. Alexander-Arnold, that's beautifully weighted. That's Nunez, and that's Salah, and that is 2-2.
Mohamed Salah at 32 somehow found another gear this season. His movement has become even more intelligent, his finishing more clinical. But here's what's really scary. He's not even the focal point of this attack anymore. Liverpool have created a system where any of their front players can be the match winner on any given day. Darwin Núñez deserves a special mention here. Remember all those questions about his finishing? Those doubts have been completely obliterated. The Uruguayan has transformed from a raw talent into one of Europe's most clinical strikers, and his partnership with Salah has become absolutely lethal.
Harvey Elliott, it's a good ball at Trent Alexander-Arnold, and it's in! Darwin Núñez again!
Then you have Luis Diaz bringing that unpredictable South American flair, Diogo Jota's intelligent runs, and even players like Curtis Jones chipping in with crucial goals from midfield. The depth and versatility of this attacking unit means opponents can never prepare for just one threat. And don't even get me started on their set pieces. Liverpool have turned corners and free kicks into guaranteed scoring opportunities. When you have players like Van Dijk and Konate attacking crosses, combined with Salah's positioning and Diaz's creativity, every dead ball situation becomes a nightmare for the opposition. The numbers don't lie, and this is the most potent attacking force the Premier League has seen in years. And the scariest part? They're only getting better. But if Liverpool's attack is the sword, then their midfield is the engine that powers everything. And what Arne Slot has created in the centre of the park is nothing short of masterful. The transformation of Liverpool's midfield has been one of the most impressive aspects of their title-winning campaign. Dominic Szoboszlai, Alexis Mac Allister and Ryan Gravenberch have formed a dynamic trio that combines control, threat and athleticism in a way that few teams can match. Let's start with Alexis Mac Allister.
Allister. It's incredible. It's absolutely incredible. What a strike! Salah looking for Mac Allister. What a lovely touch from Mac Allister.
The World Cup winner who's proven to be exactly what Liverpool needed. Against AC Milan, Mac Allister was instrumental in driving the team forward. He won the most tackles on the pitch with a perfect 2-2 success rate. More than that, Mac Allister made the most passes into the final third 11, providing key transitions from defence to attack.
Here comes the corner, which caused some problems, and Szoboszlai hits it!
Then you have Dominic Szoboszlai, the Hungarian captain who's evolved into one of Europe's most complete midfielders. Szoboszlai is revelling playing alongside Mac Allister and Gravenberch in the heart of Liverpool's midfield, and it shows in every performance. His ability to contribute in all phases of the game, defending, creating and finishing, makes him virtually impossible to mark out of matches. But perhaps the biggest revelation has been Ryan Gravenberch. The Dutch midfielder has transformed from a Bayern Munich reject into one of the Premier League's most influential players. Gravenberch leads in goals per game and has an impressive 100% shooting accuracy, though admittedly from limited attempts. What's more impressive is his work rate and positional intelligence.
Elliott. Gravenberch! A smashing strike for it. Here comes Bradley, and in! Makes it 5!
What makes this midfield so special is their fluidity. The roles of Liverpool's midfielders have been fluid, allowing them to adapt to any situation during matches. One moment Mac Allister is sitting deep, orchestrating play like a conductor. The next he's making late runs into the box. Szoboszlai can drop to collect the ball or arrive as a second striker. Gravenberch provides the athleticism to cover every blade of grass. The numbers back up what we see on the pitch. Liverpool's pass accuracy, chance creation and defensive actions from midfield have all improved dramatically under Slot's system. They're not just controlling games, they're suffocating opponents while creating constant attacking threats. And that's before we even mention the depth. Curtis Jones has stepped up brilliantly when called upon. Harvey Elliott brings creativity off the bench, and even Wataru Endo provides defensive solidity when needed. This isn't just a strong starting three, it's a complete midfield unit. When pundits talk about complete teams, this is what they mean. Liverpool's midfield doesn't just win battles, it wins wars. They control tempo, they create chances, they defend intelligently, and they never stop running. This midfield machine is the heartbeat of everything Liverpool do, but even the best engine needs a solid foundation. And what a foundation it is! Liverpool's defensive record this season has been absolutely phenomenal. They've conceded just 41 goals in the Premier League, putting them among the top 3 defensive records in the entire division.
So what's Virgil van Dijk to you?
He's really like a big brother, but after I think I grew up as well. Now we are really close, we are like a friend, but I have a lot of respect because he's older than me.
At the heart of this defensive excellence is the partnership that has become the stuff of legend. Virgil van Dijk and Ibrahima Konate. These two central defenders have formed what Premier League analysts are calling the bedrock of Liverpool's title challenge. Van Dijk, now wearing the captain's armband, has elevated his game to another level this season. His statistics speak for themselves. 116 clean sheets across his Premier League career, a 64% tackle success rate, and an incredible ability to read the game that makes him virtually unbeatable in one-on-one situations. But it's his partnership with Konate that's truly special. The Frenchman has developed into one of Europe's most reliable centre-backs, and his recent reflections on his growth at Liverpool show just how far he's come. The pace, the power and positioning of this duo creates an almost impenetrable wall in front of Alisson. What makes this defence so effective isn't just individual quality, it's the system. Slot has created a defensive structure where every player knows their role perfectly. The fullbacks provide width in attack, but never leave gaps at the back. The midfield shields intelligently. The centre-backs communicate constantly. And behind it all stands Alisson Becker, arguably the world's best goalkeeper. His shot-stopping ability is matched only by his distribution, which has become a weapon in Liverpool's counter-attacking arsenal. When you have a keeper who can launch attacks with the accuracy of a midfielder, you've got something special. The numbers don't lie about this defensive unit's quality. While goalkeepers like David Raya and Mats Sels finish with 13 clean sheets to share the Golden Glove, Liverpool's overall defensive stability has been the foundation of their title-winning campaign. Liverpool have also become masters of defensive set pieces, with Van Dijk and Konate dominating aerial duels and the entire team organised to perfection. Opposing teams struggle to create chances from corners and free kicks. They've turned defensive situations into counter-attacking opportunities. This isn't just about keeping clean sheets, it's about psychological warfare. When opponents know they'll struggle to score against you, it changes how they play. Liverpool's defensive fortress has created a fear factor that extends far beyond the statistics. So there you have it. Liverpool's 2026 squad isn't just breaking records, they're rewriting what's possible in modern football. This is a team operating on a completely different level. What do you think? Are we witnessing the greatest Premier League squad ever assembled? Let me know in the comments below. Smash that like button if you enjoyed this breakdown and subscribe for more tactical analysis that goes deeper than anyone else. Until next time, keep watching the beautiful game.